Let's face it, a lot of you have given up on GPU mining in the last year, be that due to the lower profitability, rising power prices, or just the fact that GPU mining isn't as easy as it used to be in the past couple of years. Now, as for me, I don't really mind the fact that I have to spend extra time tweaking my GPUs or figure out clever triple mining setups in order to maximize my profitability. But for those of you considering calling it quits, is selling your mining GPUs actually a good idea? And what are your options if you do? Well, that's what's coming up in this video, after a quick word from our sponsor. Coin Mining Central is an online store for ASIC miners, and there's no doubt that right now, ASIC mining is by far looking like the most profitable type of mining, and the miners that I'm personally most interested in right now would probably be the Bitmain L7 and E9 Pro, as well as the Jas-Miner X16Q. And what's cool about Coin Mining Central is that they always offer free worldwide express shipping, and I've always felt fully comfortable recommending them to you guys, and here's why. As opposed to most other ASIC vendors that are based overseas, Coin Mining Central is based and run out of England, Europe, where they have to adhere to the very strict regulations for customer support and personal detail protection that we have over here. And of course, all brand new miners come with a full manufacturer warranty as well. And because of this, Coin Mining Central has been a highly trusted ASIC miner store for miners like you and me for over 5 years at this point. They also care about this community, being very active and reachable on social media, and they've also provided loads of exclusive discount codes for you guys that you can use together with the link in the video description to save big on any miner that you want to get. And speaking of prices, I don't know if you've noticed, but ASIC prices have been dropping dramatically these past few months, so right now could be a very good time to stock up on some cheap hardware before the crypto market recovers, especially considering you get the already competitive pricing that Coin Mining Central has, plus the free worldwide shipping, plus the exclusive discount codes that I mentioned. So go check that out today. I'll have all of those discount codes and the exclusive link for you down in the video description. Alright, just as a quick reminder that, as always, nothing in this video is financial advice, alright? Now, with that out of the way, let's first talk about your options if you do decide to keep your GPUs. And first up, there are of course several options if you not only want to keep your GPUs, but also want to keep mining on those GPUs. To start, depending on how power efficient the GPUs that you have are and what your power price is, just straight up regular GPU mining might actually be profitable for you. For example, as of recording this, you seem to be able to just about break even on a 3070 mining Dynex at power prices as high as 17 cents per kilowatt hour. And if you want even better profitability than that, you can explore triple mining. I actually have a whole video about that, link in the description. You can of course also choose to keep mining even at a loss. I know some of you out there who actually do choose to do this, since it's the only way for you to acquire the specific coins that you want to hold. And finally, you can use your GPUs as a means to spec mine new coins, because we've actually seen a lot of new GPU mineable coins pop up during this bear market, a few of which has actually already yielded great returns if you would have gotten in and mined them early on. I also have another video on how to spec mine successfully, including how to find new coins early, how not to lose your mined coins, and some other good stuff, so I'll link that one down in the video description as well. So, we've talked about your options if you want to actually keep mining on your GPUs. So, now I want to move on to the main topic of this video, which is just keeping your GPUs versus getting rid of them. And let's start with keeping your GPUs and looking at the pros of that. And then we'll move on to selling your GPUs and see what the pros of that is. So the first pro of keeping your GPUs is obviously that, who knows what the landscape of GPU mining might look like a year, 6 months, or even a few weeks from now. GPU mining might come back with a vengeance and become super profitable again, and then we'd all be really glad we kept our GPUs around. Now, I already went into detail about all the different ways of how that can actually happen, meaning how GPU mining can become super profitable again, in a video that I did earlier this year. I guess I'll link that one down in the video description as well. But a couple of examples from that video of how GPU mining profitability could come back are that, for example, a GPU mineable coin could have a massive price increase, or the coin distribution to miners could change, or there could be a new efficiency update for a mining software, or, all those things all at once could happen as well. So there are many possibilities for GPU mining to become significantly profitable again. Now, the second pro of keeping your GPUs around is that, Well, actually, I don't know how much of a pro this is really, but depending on how much you paid for your GPUs, if you were to sell them now, you might be selling them at a massive loss compared to what you actually paid for them, as GPU prices have come down massively this past year. Now, this is what's usually referred to as the sunk cost fallacy. I guess you can Google that if you want to learn more, but basically, I guess some of you might have paid a lot for your GPUs and feel that you might as well just keep them around in case, since selling them doesn't really feel worth it. Now, let's move on to the pros of selling your GPUs. And the first pro is obviously that if GPU mining isn't profitable for you right now and your GPUs are just gathering dust, you can sell them and buy other mining hardware that actually is profitable for you. Something like a Jasminer X16Q or a Bitmain L7, which are both profitable even at very high power prices currently. Because it might be better to have something that at least bring in some sort of profit instead of just sitting on a bunch of GPUs that are bringing in absolutely nothing. Again, if that is the case for you, because there are of course options to GPU mine profitably, as I mentioned earlier in the video. But there's no doubt that other types of mining is significantly more profitable than GPU mining right now. So that's pro number one for selling. You could go from no profit at all to at least some profit or even very good profit just by selling and reinvesting in other mining hardware. The second pro of selling is that as long as you sell as a means to buy other mining hardware, you're kind of not really losing any money. You're just reinvesting it into hardware that is more profitable. And why I say that is because, sure, the GPUs you're selling have gone down in price since you bought them, but so has all of the other mining hardware. For example, an RTX 3070 might have gone down from about $1,000 on eBay a year ago to now only being worth about $250, but take a Bitmain L7 as an example. Those things used to go for well over 20 grand back then, and now they've come down to just about $4,000. So you could say 20 3070s used to buy you an L7 a year ago, and 20 3070s can still buy you an L7 today. So, quick summary before we move on. Pros for keeping the GPUs. GPU mining can become very profitable again in the future, and GPU's prices have come down a lot, so you also got that sunk cost fallacy. And then pros for selling the GPUs, it's better to have something that at least is somewhat profitable instead of not profitable at all. And if you're selling just to buy other mining hardware, you're not really losing money since all the other mining hardware have decreased in price just as much as GPUs have. So now, let's actually talk about the different situations of when you should keep your GPUs and when you should sell, after a quick word from our sponsor. HeroMiners.com is a long-time trusted mining pool with support for over 17 different CPU and GPU mineable coins, including 𝗂𝗧, 𝗧, Monero, Ironfish, 𝗏, and Alephium, just to mention a few. And since the Ethereum merge, they've done everything they can to help you guys stay profitable, like doing multiple periods of 0% pool fees, regular giveaways and bonus events, greatly reduced parallel asset fees on 𝗧, 10 times faster ergo payouts than other pools, and just in general having really low and competitive pool fees for all of their supported coins. On top of this, they also have servers in 13 different locations around the globe to make sure you have a strong connection no matter where in the world you're mining from. Of course, they also have everything else you'd expect from such a high quality pool, like nice stats and charts, ready-made BAT files to help you connect your mining software to the pool, the option to choose between pool mining and solo mining, support for mining rig rentals and NiceHash, the list goes on and on. So check them out at HeroMiners.com or by clicking the link down in the video description. So when should you sell your GPUs and when should you keep them? Well, if your power price is just simply too high for GPU mining right now, I'd say selling them to buy other hardware that would be profitable at your power price is basically a no-brainer. Just make sure you do the research on the hardware you're planning to get so that you feel confident that they either will stay profitable for long enough to satisfy you, or that when the time comes you will be able to sell them on to somebody else. Now, if your power price is extremely high, to the point where not even the most profitable ASIC miners would be an option for you, then I'd actually still consider selling in order to buy some other mining hardware, but then looking into hosting that hardware with a hosting provider that does have cheap power. There are several hosting providers like that where you can just have your hardware delivered to them and they will run them on their cheap power as well as look after the hardware for you. And also keep in mind that you don't have to do either or, in terms of you have to either sell all your GPUs or keep all of your GPUs. For example, you could sell half of your GPUs to buy something more efficient and profitable and keep half of them for the potential GPU mining comeback. Now, the situations where I recommend you to definitely not sell your GPUs is if you're doing it with no intent of reinvesting the money into other mining hardware. Now, of course, I understand there could be situations where you have some sort of financial issue and you just need the money. That's different. But if you're selling the GPUs just to give up and call it quits, I mean, why would you do that? Just keep the GPUs then, because it's not that unreasonable to think GPU mining could easily bounce back in the next potential crypto bull market, which most people assume is gonna start in less than a year at this point. Or if you're dead set on selling anyway, then why not just buy some other hardware that is profitable and keep the adventure going? You miss every shot you don't take, as I say. Finally, you should of course keep your GPUs if GPU mining is your jam and what you find fun. Again, I've mentioned it in this video a couple times already, but there are options to GPU mine profitably, or at least semi-profitably, unless your power price is astronomically high. And even if it is, well, if GPU mining really is what you're into, then keep the GPUs and either just wait it out to see if profitability comes back for you, or take proactive steps towards lowering that insane power price you have, because there are plenty of options for that too. As for me, I'm keeping my favorite GPUs, and with the money I get selling the others, I'm reinvesting into both more power efficient GPUs and also some CPU mining rigs and a couple of ASIC miners as well. Please subscribe for more mining videos, and if you want to support the channel so that I can keep making videos like this one, you can click the join button below to get access to some bonus content. Or you could buy one of these shirts in my merch store. Link to that will be down in the video description, and those two things both really do make a difference, so thank you. There are also some videos over there to your right that you can watch next, so yeah, I'll see you there. Thanks for watching.